Welcome back to another Gwent video. This time I'm looking at Scoia'tael, the Scoia'tael deck that I've been running in ranked for quite a bit. It actually got me... It's actually the only deck I've been running in ranked, to be honest, recently. Let's have a quick look. It's got me from about... Yeah, here we go. It's got me from about 2600 MMR to about 3700 in a few days, which is really good. It's the only deck I really feel confident enough to head into ranked with. So I want to sort of go through it, do a video guide now that I've done my Skellige decks. So starting off with the bronzes, Elven Mercs is pretty much the only reason I think this deck can work now, since they changed these Elven Mercs to loyal. They're amazing for finning with first lights, and it's part of the reason there's 28 cards in this deck and not 25. I'll get to that though. But yeah, so Elven Mercs get the first light into rally, which gets you 2 cards out the deck and fins really fast. Also, marching orders is really helpful as well to get these out consistently. Also, using the leader to use marching orders again to get all of them out really consistently is really good. Also, this is a sort of control Scoia'tael deck, so there are bronze special cards that are also in the deck that they're honestly entirely up to you what bronze specials they are. I have took out Lacerate recently and put D-Shackles in to tech against certain gold cards, but this is the main deck that I started with, so bronze specials are really up to you. Whatever you find that's going to be good against the certain decks you're up against. But yeah, Owl's Thunder is quite nice to take out certain cards. And then obviously if you need to, you can use the leader to play him again. I found that adding Stammelfords in is really good against the Dagon Swarm meta at the minute. You just use that once with an Elven Merc and then use it again with the leader and just clear the board of Foglets and Harpies and Eggs and everything. So on to Archers, they're just really great 4 value damage dealers with a 1 strength and 3. These are also really good for lining up with Gigni. Like the one tick is really good for like lining certain cards up with Gigni. The Trappers also good for like consume when you need to, or certain decks that require you to take out entire rows that when they row stack. Dragoons and Hawker supports, usually trying to work these into the silvers. Dragoons are usually the first card you play, I reckon, so that you can just get them buffs along on the first round. Hawker supports are usually a little bit later when you need to buff certain silvers if the Dragoons haven't done it for you. So yeah, bronze. That's it for bronzes, bronze units, bronze specials. You could change these about. Maybe you don't need 2 trappers if you've got a lacerate in the bronze specials. Maybe you can only have 1. But I find that you need a lot of bronze units for these rallies to pick up. That's why there's 28 cards as well. So silvers, Toraville is usually played on the first or second round to put pressure on them. And if it's buffed, obviously it's hard for them to calculate what exactly they need. So that's usually around 1 or 2 winner. Merktabraka, same as the Archers, it lines up great with Gigni and even Yenkon. I forgot to mention that I've got Yenkon, which also lining up multiple high cards with these, and then Yenkon hitting multiple is really good. So and it's also a 5 damage dealer, which is good for certain cards if you need to control. Brienne is usually your 3rd round win condition. Usually get her buffed up quite high. This is called Old School Squirrels. If some of you remember, in the closed beta there was a deck very similar to this that buffed up Brienne and a lot of ambush cards, and it was really effective in that current update of the closed beta. So that's pretty much the same idea here. Brienne is usually brought into the 3rd round and usually wins the game. Yavin, obviously, because you need spies. Marching orders helps with the deck finning and getting the Elven Mercs off consistently. So that's silvers. Golds, Gigni is obvious. Everyone runs Gigni now, and this deck has a lot of things that can help with Gigni. Oh yeah, also Kieran. Forgot to mention Kieran. Very good lock, and also amazing that he can move cards onto the same row so that Gigni can get them. I've had multiple games where there's 2 spotters or 2 pirate captains on the same row and you line them both up for a Gigni, which is really good. Yenkon I've added recently. The golds, Animal Tamer and Yenkon are really up to you. You could put Triss in for extra control. Shearer if you need it. I don't think Scorch is really needed when you've got Gigni. If you want, you could put Isengrim in and maybe add Moren so you can get ambush cards out. I kind of prefer the silvers in the deck, so that's why I don't have Moren or Isengrim. So yeah, Yenkon's sort of dealing with the sort of Triss Butterfly spell with the Dagon Swarm and just other decks. That's usually played on the first round along with the Dragoons to put pressure on the opponent into them making them pass, which is nice. Animal Tamer I added quite soon actually when I built the deck. It's because I was facing a lot of Becca's Twisted Mirror, and sometimes using Duda on your side helps with that. And also you can control Rose with the other Duda. I just think he's a good card. And then Saskia to get really good swings and value out of the leader ability, which can get massive value. It can get 12, and then it can also get 12. It can get like 24 with Stammelfords if it gets the right targets. It's mainly used to just react to what the opponent's doing. If they're putting down Mangonels, you Owl's Thunder, then you Owl's Thunder again. Sort of stuff like that. So yeah, that's the deck. 28 cards because it thins through quite fast. That's all the golds and all the silvers. And I think I'm going to go ahead and play a ranked game as usual. This deck. To sort of show it. Well, ranked game isn't usual, but I play this deck a lot in ranked anyway, so I figured why not. I usually do casual matches in my YouTube videos, but it'd be nice to have a ranked game considering I play this in ranked a lot.
Not all battles need end in
A lot of the deck is quite flexible, but like the Elven Mercs and the sort of control bronze units are the main parts of it. So for the first mulligan, I usually check what deck they're running, and then that makes me decide if I need Stammelfords or not. And then get rid of an Elven Merc. There you go. Ideal first hand would be to not have any Mercs and First Lights, and maybe one bronze special, and then just get them out with the marching orders. Okay, this is where I need to start using Owl's Thunders here. So usually if you're the first from the coin flip, you put a Dragoon down and then start reacting. Sometimes if you're not first and you need to react first and not put a Dragoon down, you might have to do that, but okay. I think I'll put another Dragoon down now. Orcs, this is probably his Orcs. Oh, okay. Alright, now this is my... It would be really nice to pull a Stammelfords here, but let's just see.
Have strength, my love.
There you go. Lacerate's a bit more though, isn't it? Yeah, maybe Lacerate's better. I'm not going to see a row that's that big. There you go. Okay. I think this is an ideal moment for the leader.
Hold the lines. There will be no negotiation.
For decent value. I would usually use marching orders there, but sometimes you just have to react to the cards they play.
The storm is coming. Let's enjoy the weather.
Let's spin the deck. Okay. See, I've kind of got into a bit of a problem here because I haven't got Toraville or Brayan in hand, but I can deal with that. That's why the hooker supports are usually left until quite late, I think. I may actually pass here. I don't know, maybe not.
I never miss.
Okay. It would have also been nice to get Yenkon in the first hand as well. So I'm just showing the deck though as usual. This is not. I'm not too fussed about getting a win out of this. I just want to show how the deck is played. Obviously, I'll put a, as usual, I'll put a Gwent DB link in the description with updates to the deck. I usually take my Gigny pretty fast. Anything to make him pass in the first round. I usually go quite far into the first round. Yeah, there you go. Because obviously these Dragoons are getting so much value here, which is really nice. and that brings it on to the later rounds. But yeah, there's going to be a link in the description. Updates would be there. If I miss anything, there'll also be a description in the Gwent DB. Why did I didn't mean to do that. It's fine. I've got a 9 card. I think I just pass. I didn't mean to mulligan that for some reason. I don't know why I did. Okay, that's all those mangonels. That's decent. Also, I find myself passing on the second. Obviously, I would have played Yavin, but I don't know why I mulliganed him there. That was just a misplay. Not sure if I want to keep him now. No. I usually pass in the second round like that so that I can get Yenkon or Dragoon off. Sometimes I may push. It really depends on the deck. A lot of the mulligan on this, a lot of like the mulligan and the cards you keep in the first round, it really depends on the deck you're playing against, I think.
There's been a mistake. I'm no mage.
Oi! Hey there! Come here!
So yeah, you can see I haven't finned through the deck entirely here, but like obviously if they're milling you with Nilfgaard or using cards like Avalak, this will go down further. I didn't get all my other mercs to rally either, but that's because I was trying to control him and the cards he played. So that's fine, I think. I think I'm going to put pressure on.
An ill wind blows.
Maybe I should have kept Gigni for this round, but it's fine.
Varu?
We'll just use this now. The idea is just to react, and if you don't need to react, you just fin your deck out with the Elven Mercs and get the Dragoons down. Okay. Probably buff my own side here. Highly doubt I'll win if he's got a third spell there. Oh, okay. So yeah, that was a few misplays by me, but I still managed to win. So yeah, rather quick video actually. Most of my videos have been near 20 minutes long. I did get through it quite fast though. So yeah. So ending off, I think card changes, if there were to be any. Maybe you want to mess around with the golds. I find that Yenkon's really good against the current meta at the minute. Animal Tamer is just nice, and he's pretty versatile with the 2 options as well. Milva doesn't really work in this deck because you're placing a lot of buffed cards down, and that doesn't really work well. Unless you're, yeah, even still, if you try and target a certain card that's not buffed, it's still going to get awkward if you do have a buffed card down and you draw Milva. Avalak might be good if you want to get through the deck quicker, but I don't really find it's that. Iflin doesn't make any sense for this deck. You may want Siri. You may want Triss Marigold for an extra bit of damage, to be honest. Maybe you don't want to deal with Rose with Animal Tamer and you put Tristan down instead. That's a very viable change for the golds at least. And obviously Isengrim. If you don't like one of the silvers in here, you can get rid of the silvers. Maybe get rid of Animal Tamer. Put Isengrim in and put Moren down. Because Moren is actually really good, but I just don't run her because. I'm not sure why, but I just don't. I just prefer the silvers I've got here. But yeah, that's it for this deck. Very versatile deck. It can hold its own when it doesn't need to control, but when it does, it's got every single option here available for row stacking. And obviously, yeah, I did actually. This isn't the list I'm using at the minute. The one I would be is taking out Lacerate, considering there's 2 trappers. I feel like Lacerate isn't really that needed, and putting a D-Shackle, just in case. Like, you never know. If you need a D-Shackle to take out Bork or something. But yeah. That's Old School Squirrels. And the Gwent DB description will be down below with this list, or a slightly updated version depending on what time you see this. So that's it for me. Bye bye.